It's time to do another Bakugan Evolutions unboxing. In Bakucrew today, I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the Ventus Warrior well. So I did look at the Aquas, way back when, and the Aquas version is so strong, 1000 base B power. I'm really hoping for the same out of this Ventus Warrior well. Now I don't expect it to have 1000 B power, but hopefully the strength is around the same. So on the back here you do get what I consider to be a horrible photo of Ventus Warrior well. I don't think that does it justice. It does include the usual nothing new there, so enough talking, gonna get straight into it for this video. Just yeet all this plastic. Oh, whoa, well that was a little violent. So Warrior well just bounced right out. That's okay, gives me a chance for more yeeting. And the Baku scissors are retired, so I will just quickly off camera cut those strips. And there we go. So Ventus Warrior well looking like a straight emerald. You can't really see that in the packaging, but wow, really nice there. If I can get my camera to zoom, but it doesn't want to. There we go. So you can already see the detail on the face work, very nice. And the inside of the wings also the same. So a lot of detail on the painting that I will get into later on. But you all know that I like to review those stats first. Oh, and I dropped the Bakucrew. Well, that's not good. I'm failing, already failing. Okay, so here we go. If I can do this again, restart. The checklist is the same, like always. Like, I'm gonna just stop checking these because I have so many of them. Here's the new gate card though that I don't have for my collection. It does feature the artwork of Strata. I believe that is who that character is. So 600 to Pyrus, 100 to Aquas, 600 to Ventus, 100 to Chaos, 100 to Orlus, and 100 to Darkus as well. So 600 to Pyrus and Ventus for this gate card means they're going to be the best for this gate card, I guess, obviously. But it does have a green fist Bakucrew symbol there at the bottom for your Nanogon plays or what have you. So stat-wise, Ventus Warrior well has a red fist and a green fist core, B power of 600 with 7 damage. So I kind of figured that you wouldn't have two Warrior wells that were all about that B power, just not possible. So it looks like Ventus Warrior well is more geared towards damage, and that's not bad because 7 damage is really good. You do have access to that Flaming Fist, so it could be a +6. That's 13 damage right there, which is a good amount. So I guess Aquas Warrior well is your B power, Ventus Warrior well is your damage. Now you just need a third Warrior well, and that'll be the rounding team, I guess. So yeah, really cool, really good artwork. Just it matches the Aquas one, just different colors, obviously, and stats. But as far as the picture, though, really cool. The Bakucrew included +100 B power, and then Ventus and Chaos get +3 damage. And then the Red Fist, it's the good one, +250 B power and +3 damage. So at least that helps the B power, being only 600. It'll definitely be a challenge to go off with that Bakugan, or combo, I should say, because, it doesn't have the best core for B power. I guess it all depends on the Bakugan you run on your team, though. Not necessarily just what Warrior well is bringing to the table. Time to review, actually. So, Warrior well, for those of you who don't know, does have two little manual feet pegs that do come out. Very reminiscent of the Bakugan in the Legacy series, which I really like that aesthetic appeal there. But yeah, so this is Ventus Warrior well. The inside right here, the entire middle is metal, like always, minus the head. So that is really nice. It is painted I guess a fluorescent, kind of foresty green. I am really getting lost into the detail of this Bakugan because if I didn't know any better, I'd say it was an elemental, right? Like it kind of has those vibes. If it didn't have like the painted camo effect, it could totally pass as one. But yeah, really, really nice. And just look at that epic design work. The new Ventus design work for this year, you know, with the red accents. Really cool. And just at the bottom too, even. Then matched in with the feet. That is really nice. Again, the translucent green, it's looking really nice on Warrior Well. I'm really digging the design. Horrible screw hole. Who here remembers about the Maxitar screw holes? Just horrible design there. Half the Bakugan's nothing but screws. At least for display purposes, it was really hard. You always had to have Maxitar turn that way so you didn't see all the screws. But yeah, so to close up Warrior Well, you know, probably one of the simpler Bakugan this year. Just closing the manual feet, horn down, the fin hands, I guess, sides closed in over the head, tail down, and you just slide both halves together. And that is Ventus Warrior Well all closed up. This is the ball form. Looking really nice. I will say it is sturdy. It's not loose at all. So a very tight, good Bakugan. You could probably do some critical knockouts if you're playing the toy battling game. If you're playing the regular game, or the TCG, you could certainly knock your opponent's Bakugan away from the hide matrix or the field. But that's Platinum Bakugan. That's what I always look at Platinum Bakugan as doing. You know, in the TCG, you take the turn at the same time. You both roll at the same time. If you were to roll yours just, you know, accurately enough, obviously, but then hard, you could probably knock your opponent's Bakugan away, especially if they're just using regular plastic and they're not using platinum variants themselves. So very nice. I will try to roll out Warrior Well. There is the arrow, just like Neo Dragonoid. Arrows on the tail. It is pointed this way. I'll see what happens. I will throw out a gate card, though. Move Finnica. Slide these down. There we go. I'd say that's good enough. Now it's time for the test roll. Well, I just bank shot it off the wall and popped it open. That certainly doesn't count. I request a redo. What's a redo? See-do? Redo. There we go. Redo. Okay, so the magnet's a little weaker. I did roll it a little gentler than I did that first time, obviously. But it did pick up a core. It did land. Look at that. Barely, though. So the magnet's good enough, I would say. It passed the magnet test. It did open. But can it double core? That is the real question. And it can't... Oh, really? Spoke too soon or not fast enough? Okay, well, you did all see that. Warrior Well did double core for a brief second. And it can again. It seems like Bakugan can double core if they land like with the magnets half and half on their magnet. Or with the Bakugors half and half on their magnet, if that makes sense. Otherwise, they have a hard time, but see, once it kind of halves and halves, Colossal Warrior Well's got it, not dropping them. That is a double core. So that is good. Definitely makes me feel better about that 600 B power. If you can double core a Bakugan, it, you know, you can kind of wiggle around the math, you know, play with the numbers, play with the team, and potentially you could have a combo winning Bakugan there, or game, or however you want to say it. So it just depends really on your deck building skills, the team, your Baku core that you're using, all of that. So just really cool. One brief more time over this. This is the Ventus Platinum Warrior Well. Looking so epic. Just close down the head fin, the arms, and the tail. And there we go. Really nice Bakugan. The fluorescent green or the translucent green plastic is really nice. Definitely a lot better than some of the other Platinums, I guess. I'm trying to think of what Platinum Ventus Bakugan I have here. Let me check right quick. Yeah, so here, just for brief comparison, because the Dragonoid doesn't have the translucent plastic. So this is Ventus Sharktar. Platinum, and then here is the Warrior Well. With Sharktar, they decided to make the metal a lot lighter of a green, you know, more of that limey green, so it doesn't really blend in well with the Bakugan, you know, it gives you that difference that stands out. Whereas Warrior Well, you know, the color, it's basically all that dark green, right? So you have more of like a stable, I guess, a jewel look. rather than like a Bakugan, because it all blends together seamlessly. I hope you all get what I'm trying to explain. It's kind of like the Chaos Bakugan, right? Like the Chaos Platinums, they're all a little different and a little unique in their own ways, as far as the color scheme, the paint scheme, and so on. And of course, you do have the Diamond Sectonoid, which I did want to compare as well. Again, with Sectonoid, they chose the limey green plastic, but they did paint half of the metal the dark. It does fold into the head as well, so you do have some of the head detail. And the wings are the only translucent part, or the sides of the Platinum Bakugan. So most of this Platinum is not even translucent at all, really, except for just the sides. Whereas with Sharktar, it really does look like all of it. Even though it's not, it just looks like it because it blends in so well. Spin Master really did good with the color palette on this Bakugan, I guess is all I'm trying to say, to wrap it up. But yeah, so that is it for Colossus Warrior Well. Yeah, that makes sense. No, that is it for the Ventus Warrior Well unboxing. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, don't forget to drop a like down below. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, I suggest doing it because I do have monthly giveaways as well as awesome Bakugan content that I try to upload regularly when possible. My schedule is a little but I do upload Bakugan content, and especially unboxings. I do have a Baku hunt planned, so that's going to be awesome. A lot of stuff on the way. Also, feel free to join my Discord server link down below as well. It is a good way for you to have access to behind the scenes, content, to see what's really going on behind my channel and kind of get in-depth access, if you will. But yeah. So see you all in the next video. It'll probably be another unboxing, but I don't know yet. Wherever you're at in the world, stay safe, drum up, and Bakugan brawl.